We
You
are
are.
live. That was a quick live. That was really
Yeah,
fast.
it
Holy
was.
That
moly.
was a quick live.
Well, you didn't do the
You,
intro. We just lived.
yeah,
We just
no,
live.
we got time for intro. It's poker night, boys.
True that.
Boys? Boys. All right, so this is FT8 Poker. It's been around for a while. This is not our first rodeo as a family. Welcome, family. Glad to have you here. I am going to share out a screen real quick. We're going to cover this because the first match starts in 10 minutes. I want to make sure I get through all of this stuff here. We're just getting right to the meat of it. And then after the round starts, then the smack talk starts. Not before, Liberty Cave. I see you in the chat there. I know your games. So you need to configure your WSJTX software or JTDX. We'll get into that. But after you get it configured for your radio, there's one more setting. If you don't have it configured for your radio, then you're not going to make it in 10 minutes. So what happens is if you go into the settings page and you go into the reporting tab on the settings page, you'll find this section here at the bottom that's called secondary UDP server, and it says deprecated. I got to have a conversation with Mr. Joe, and I got to very respectfully and politely, and I'm from Ireland, so I'm Irish. I can kiss the Blarney Stone a little bit there. Put in this IP address 167.99.20.52 and put in this server port number 22388. And what that will do, make sure you check this box. Every time you log a contact, it will upload it to our server. And this uploads for you technical nerds out there, and I know you are there. It uploads it over UDP, which is not technically reliable, but it's not reliable for everybody. So nobody has a special advantage over somebody else. We all equally have a poor chance of reaching the server with our logs. So there is your settings for WSJTX on the reporting tab. And then on JTDX, it is also on the reporting tab, but it looks a little tiny bit different. And it is send logged QSO ADIF data. And he says it's not deprecated over here. So Mr. JTDX is my hero right now. Same IP address, same port, but this is TCP, and this one here is UDP. So maybe there might be a slight advantage. Maybe he's just lying about it being TCP.
Well, that would
But
be
it is the same port.
You'd get verification on TCP. It wouldn't be fire and forget, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You appliance operators out there are just going to have to trust us on that.
Yeah. And then what happens on WSJTX is you get this
Right.
box. If you go back to the reporting tab while he's got it up here, there's this very first option that it's kind of grayed out on my screen because we weren't trying to highlight it. It says prompt me to log QSO. Make sure that's checked. And what you'll do is you will get this box here that pops up when you have completed a QSO successfully. And what you want to do is put in your transmit power and click the retain button. And we give you better odds of better cards at lower power levels. That's part of the rules. Pay attention. There'll be a test later. Well, I guess it's like 7 minutes from now. So if you put in the power there, you can lie if you want. I don't recommend it, but you could. And once you hit the OK button is when it logs to the screen. So there's a pro tip. If you have a duplicate contact, just hit cancel. Don't log it the second time, and then you won't get any penalties for duplicates. I don't know if there are any. We'll go over the rules after the thing starts because that's how we roll. And then JTDX does the same thing. Put in your transmit power and click the retain button. And then just make sure that you're clicking OK and enable transmit. OK, enable transmit. OK, enable transmit. Over and over again. Chris, I see you in the chat. I forgot to send you the link. You are welcome to join us at any time. Let me send you the link while we're talking about it.
And while you're linking Mr. Chris in, Arthur, thank you for a member for 10 months, and we appreciate the support. And Tall Florida Todd is actually transplanted right now into Alaska. And Todd, thank you for the $10 super chat, my friend.
And Todd,
Thanks, Todd.
did a data mode K-Toads POTA activation. So we got Alaska in the books as Toads. Thank you very much, Todd. Much appreciated.
Nice.
And from the background, Chris has asked me to make sure that everybody has version 0.1.2.93 on their page. You can see it in the bottom right-hand corner here. If you don't have that, hit refresh, and you'll get the latest version of the scoreboard and help pages and everything else. So we have next round starts in 5 minutes. If there are any questions, type them into the chat. But otherwise, this is basically 5-card draw, and best hand wins. And if you use low power, you get a better chance of better cards. If you get low power and great distance, you get a better chance of better cards, and so on.
But if
So,
you use low power, I mean, that's like the minimum amount of flare, really.
Right.
So, you know.
when you care enough to send the very least.
Right. I mean, when you just want to phone it in, I mean, that's, you know.
Yeah. Please link the scoreboard in the description of the video. That is a great idea. Let's see. Let me put that over here. Oh, thank you, Frank. Frank's got it. I'll go ahead and drop it in the description, but you're going to have to refresh the whole video in order to see it.
Oh boy. Prepam Paul's correct. Low power is less than 1500 watts.
Right.
Exactly.
You go ahead and put $14.99 in the reporting tab and just see how that works out for you.
I mean, if the old lady's TV is not browning out in the middle of Dancing with the Stars, I'm not doing something right.
Right.
So we got 3 minutes to the next one. So you want to talk a little bit about the band conditions?
I do,
Yes.
actually. I have a thing for this. Look at this.
School
I have a
is,
thing for this.
Professor.
From solarham.net.
Well, hold on a second. I
Yep.
had this up. So I was going to talk a little bit about delayer absorption, right? And so when you take a look at this, what you can see is that if you're on the East Coast, you're going to be pretty good, right? So there's not a whole lot of stuff being absorbed here, but as you go to the West Coast, and everybody should know this, like being a ham and how it works, you start to see where things are going to start to get absorbed. So that means that you're going to have minimum refraction from the ionosphere unless you are operating NVIS, which you probably are and don't even know it because your antenna is not mounted high enough. And this is a pretty nice thing, and I'll drop it into the chat below so you can check it out. And I was checking out this page, and one of the things I noticed was, let me get control of the screen. Down here, look who's down here in the corner like a damn boss. Look at that.
Oh, Good Game is on there. Very cool. Who's that other skull?
They must think I operate a manual tuner or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Taking a look
He's
at
got his first manual tuner ever, and now he thinks he's the big boss.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
Give me
if you
my,
take a
my
look,
stuff don't stank.
right. If you take a look at
the
buff map, it's another way to look at this data. You should be clear for 10 meters for most of the country, but you can see 28 over here, right? So that's a little bit on the lower side. So if I was playing this game, I think I would probably be looking around 12, 15, and 17. And I think you're probably going to do pretty well at those frequencies. Here's another site that I can drop down there. And look at this just dropped out. Let's take a look. 21 megahertz and see how we're doing. Well, there's 14. That doesn't look so good. I'm not sure I like this map. This is the, there we go. I don't know why it's showing that. So there's 20. So if you're operating on 20, you should have a clean shot all over North America and then down towards like the eastern coast of South America and then deep across Europe and even a little bit into Asiatic Russia. So, and then if you're on the west coast of the United States, you probably got Japan and some Chinese stations over there you might be able to get. And then Southwest Asia looks like it might be available to you as well.
North Korea.
Nice.
But I ain't supposed to be talking to them.
They bad.
Right.
That's bad Korea.
There actually, in the rules, there are special bonuses for getting certain players on the screen in your log. However, we all have to be playing, and only one of us on screen is playing, and we ain't gonna tell you who it is. We'll let your ham alert tell you.
It's a secret.
Have 1 minute to go, fellers.
You may want to mute your ham alerts too. Who knows?
So they were schooling me in the chat that it's 5-card stud because 5-card draw doesn't allow you to change cards. And Chris is working on some extra features. And this is a work in progress, and it gets better every single time we do this because Chris is awesome. KC3 PIB.
Indeed, he is.
30 seconds.
Chuck, you look better all of a sudden.
I'm going to exercise my watt privilege, maybe.
Put something in front
I
of
would. If I was playing, it would be pure 100% full pedal to the metal.
You only got 100 watts.
I got a 200 watt amp that does about 225.
No,
Where's
well, that's not full. That's not full throttle.
Put my hot tune on it, get about 225 out of it.
If you could
quarter
manually
watt
tune,
FTA.
if you could manually work that tuner, you could probably get even better, maybe 226.
That's right. It's auto sensing tuner. I'm trying to get it to be a manual sensing.
So Abe, what shape is this? Because this isn't flat or round. What do you call this?
Well, I'd call it fake. If it's not an azimuthal map, it's not right. And so we just go with that. But this looks like a roundish Decatur projection. Isn't that what they call that?
We
Mercator.
have started. We have started, folks. We're waiting for our first contact. Look at all those spinners. Let the trash talk begin. That's right, Ken.
Yeah, and sad news, MFJ announced that they're going to be closing shop on May 17th, which is quite a shame, to be honest with you.
It is. I have
How many of those guys that badmouth them has already done videos?
Yeah, I think you're spot on, Chuck. All these people who last week were calling them mighty fine junk are going to be the ones doing videos crying about how upset they are over it, right?
Right.
Stephen Cristofero has been a member for 19 months. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it.
Stephen, you're awesome.
Thank you,
I have some MFJ stuff that works.
It works great. We got Cyberman Jason on the scoreboard.
I have plenty of MFJ.
Except Paul. Paul can't beat a 9. He only got a 7. Womp,
there he goes.
Womp womp.
All right. So while we're looking at hands, Jim brought up an interesting question, and I think I can share out the rulebook editor. And you see that there's a little teaser here that bingo might come up or speed run might come up. But if you look at this, our man Chris has done some amazing work. It's an increased probability. So if you are on 2 meters or 70 centimeters and you make a QRP contact in less than 125 kilometers, and then let's see what the rest of this is. So there's your bands of choice, and then there is your TX power, and then there is your distance selection. And then what the effect is you have this sliding probability scale of getting a better and better card. So if you are QRP on high bands, you have a high chance of getting a 2, and less of a chance of getting a 3, and less of a chance of getting a 4, and so on and so on and so on until you get all the way down to an ace or a joker. You have a 0% chance of getting an ace or a joker if you are running QRP 10 watts or less on high bands.
Can I ask you a question? Could that be a 0%? Well, it's not a 0% chance of not getting one, right?
Right. It's a 0% chance of. It's a 0% increased probability of getting one. So you have flat chance.
Right. So I bet you the next roll down, if you're over 125 kilometers, aces and jokers probability goes up through the roof.
So this is 125 to 249. Let's see if Ape is correct. We'll scroll all the way to the bottom. 125 to 250. Yeah, so you have a increased probability of getting an ace and no increased probability of getting a joker.
What's the last one for 2 meters and 70? Because it looks like he's got a bunch of them there. So like over.
So there's QRP, or you want to go all the way down to the bottom of power?
Let's do QRP, right? So here's QRP over 1,000 kilometers.
QRP greater than 1,000 kilometers. And now you have a non-bumped chance of getting a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And still a non-bump chance of getting a joker, but you're up a little bit on getting an ace. You can kind of see that it.
So that would be 15% chance of getting an ace, right?
I believe so.
Because the sum of probability at the bottom was 1, so 0.15 would be 15%.
Yeah, there it is.
I did go to public school, so I could
look at the big brain on Ape with the math on stream.
Listen, I went to public school, so I could be wrong. So if there's an expert in the chat, which I'm sure there is,
there's Stellar Starman right there. He's your expert.
There's always an expert in the chat, son.
So you're saying there's
that's right, Scout.
All right, so let's see what happens if we go all the way to the bottom of the list, which should be the highest power, general HF, the highest power, farthest distance. What's the probability look like on that? Highest power, farthest distance, lowest band. Let's add that into the mix also. So any power greater than 100, any distance greater than or equal to 18,000 kilometers, no high chance of getting a 2, but look at this, you start getting better and better. So if you ran the highest amount of power on the lowest band of interest, you have the same chance of getting an ace as the same increased chance of getting an ace as the lowest power on the highest band of interest.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's a pretty bright fella figuring all that stuff out. And I love the interface.
Yeah. So that's the rules for this match. And I don't know enough about the bingo yet, but we need to do a bingo day one day. We'll probably do that on a holiday or something.
Bingo.
I think in bingo, Moxon's like 3 or 4 of the spots.
Firefighter also.
Oh, that one too, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh, he put new controls on here. I can go all the way to the top without making everybody sick. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Chris. I can go all the way to the bottom and I can see all the reports and all the errors. I did. I sent him a link in the Discord.
Look at that distance on that one. Go scroll up just a little bit. He's got a 15K.
From VK5 to K5. Nice.
Pretty good.
I think that's Colin. Isn't that Colin?
It's KM, man.
It's not. KD, they are all editable, but only by me. Steve, what if you made a QSO on a satellite? Good luck making an FT8 QSO on a satellite pass.
I don't think, man, the timing would have to be epic.
IW. Is IW still Italy? I only ever hear Italy as Italy Kilo, IK.
When you said Colin, I thought you meant Peter Parker. And I just happen to have Peter Parker's Ham Radio Getting Started book right here. And this guy's great. A little quirky, but he is a really, really awesome dude.
He's got that slob squat down pat.
You know, I think we should take up a little kitty for the guys and get him some shoes.
Right?
I don't think he'd wear them.
Well, maybe not.
Don said IW is Italy.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you, Don. So Jason is still in the lead. He's got a pair of 6s. Frank.
Our very own James Perry is in there, in the 3rd spot.
Yeah.
He did win. Yeah.
What do you?
He's got a medal. Look at that.
What are you
Cyberman
pushing
Jason.
over there?
On my screen. Oh, Jim.
3 bills.
300.
Man. What antenna you rocking?
This on the DX Commander.
Oh, son.
What?
I don't want to smoke the Poseidon tonight.
So I'm sorry that Jim couldn't join us today for our show.
Right. What is he thinking? Not using the Poseidon for a contest like this?
You know, this was a whole marketing spoof, right, Jim?
Hey, son, it's time to.
Then I'm using the Poseidon totally QRO version.
Well, so I heard Steve, South Carolina Steve is available for work, and we know that Molson is, so we might have to look at the roster.
I actually did reach out to Joe Brett tonight too, but he's too busy playing cell phone games. And so Jim Perry is now in the lead. See, he switched antennas and he's winning. Look at that, folks.
That's totally it.
And then Balmer Mike took over, knocked him back down.
Well, Balmer Mike's probably pushing the juice. We know how he is.
As soon as he said that, he was second.
Jim is the first loser.
Number 1.
Yeah, and this is 5-card stud, so it doesn't matter how many more contacts I get now.
Yeah, just hang it up, give it a rest.
So we don't say eating our own dog food using our antennas. We say drinking our own champagne, right?
Right.
Sounds a little bit better.
Right. What band are y'all on? I don't know.
I didn't get here early enough to get mine.
Ghost Man, I'm on 40.
We got 7 minutes to go.
I would expect Chuck to be doing better with his glasses on, to be honest with you.
Well, you're the only one with no glasses, so.
I got them sitting here. Let me put them on.
I got a glare coming in the window. It's kind of hard to read, so this makes it a little bit easier.
There we go.
Other Andy, member for 23 months. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I like that other Andy.
And he will be in Dayton next month, though. I've already talked to him about it. We're going to let him hang out with us in place of you, since, you know.
He hung out with us last time a little bit.
But, we might be looking at a replacement for somebody who participates in team events.
I have an
That's my view right there, guys.
So I was talking to other Andy in the back chat the other day, and he
scored 7 minutes till the next round. Yep.
He scored about 1/4 of a mile of 10-gauge stranded copper wire for free.
Nice.
The winning hand is a pair of 9s.
Baltimore Mike, have you got the same spot you had last year?
Gonna make me busy.
There he is. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Chris.
How's it going today?
Fantastic,
Going well.
Chris. Glad you're here. I'm liking these new improvements you made.
Oh, thanks. We added a couple of new things in there, and I like how you tell me you never math on stream, but it's what you opened with.
Well, yeah.
He did. It was
We're bad at
scary.
Thank you, Andy. Keep
I'm
it
not
really
very good at it
challenging.
either. I just,
Yeah.
I made it work. But
New Horizons.
yeah, some new features in there, and one I kind of put out this afternoon was in the settings section. Any time of day, even if there's not a sprint going on, you want to confirm you're configured correctly. You can actually go there now, put your call sign in where it says call sign, and it'll pop up a little thing, and you can make a contact. And if it's sent into the server, you'll either get the error message or the contact information. So just to let people know, they can test it out and get it set up, even without a sprint going on.
Nice.
Yeah, Frostfest is going on, which is the New Hampshire ham fest that's pretty big. And Hollywood's saying that they actually have a frost warning. So, and I call it a Frost Fest. I mean Near Fest. Frost Fest is, I believe, in Virginia, maybe.
Jim's already trying to sell that test set that he got at the last ham.
No, he's Mike
Orlando.
said he didn't have a whole lot of stuff, but he's got his spot.
Yeah.
And so I'm negotiating table space for getting Mike a taste and selling some gear. So
yeah. Mike with the Toads, what do they call it? The Toads Hospitality booth?
The Toads Hospitality Suite.
He's gonna have chapstick and deodorant sticks and
And if
paper.
Mike has Diet Dr. Pepper and crab chips, that would be just freaking awesome.
That would be living
Mike!
large.
Mike! Could you please bring me a couple of bags? I will gladly remunerate you a couple of bags.
Yeah, can you, Mike? Could you set up an air fryer?
Chesapeake cheese puffs.
We're going to need an air fryer, some hot dogs, some pizza rolls.
We're all putting it in order.
I have already made arrangements with a couple of other hams. We're going to be going to the Pork Chop Shack, and there will be a pop-up live stream, probably on Car and FEP Labs at the same time.
Nice.
Where we will be eating pork chop sandwiches and talking shite about the smoking ape.
Just act like the camera's not even there.
That's right.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Steaming crabs. Nice, Mike.
Pork chop grease running down my chin.
Nice. Let's check in on this sprint. We got 3 minutes to go. And we're still a pair of 9s in the lead.
Pair of 9s.
What did I have? 8s?
Yeah.
I think I had 8s.
Holy cow.
It's,
how come I don't see it? There we go.
But I didn't turn on the
StreamYard's weird. Hi.
I didn't turn on the juice right out the beginning though.
There it is. Now I know how to do it.
I wonder why you're limiting yourself to 300 watts, to be honest with you.
Because of the noise. If I ramp it up much higher, the turbos kick in and it gets pretty loud.
Liberty Cave taking the lead. He's got a pair of 9s, jack high.
This is probably all ultimately going to move out into the shop where I can run it remotely at full bore and not care about the noise.
Did you get that hole in the roof fixed? I wouldn't want any drizzle getting on it.
I got a new roof, son.
The squirrels.
All right.
Hey, Lou.
Insurance paid for it, man.
That's right.
Well, I know he's in Alabama where roofs are optional, right?
Man, I got the finest blue tarp from Lowe's. So you shut your Yankee pie hole.
Probably about time to put a 4th blue tarp up there.
Right, I got a 3 mil. I got a 3 mil tarp on.
Got the 3 mil tarp. That thing cost me $22 for a 17 by 17 foot tarp.
Yeah, Starman. We can't hear him anyway.
We had these really nice red tarps at the firehouse, and they were just getting rid of them. So I grabbed one. I should have grabbed more.
Oh, yeah. We had those real heavy vinyl ones.
Real heavy, yes.
Yes, sir. We use those for...
the only thing that's wore out so far after a couple of years is the threads holding this 2 sections together. The tarp's still good.
I thought you were going to say your knees.
My knees, too, yes. They're giving out.
Yeah, we use those for salvage covers.
The WEC Hollywood is saying put some foil on that tarp and make it an antenna. And why can't I add comments? It's because I'm doing it wrong because I'm a dummy. There he is.
Make you
there
a
it is.
ham jazz tarp antenna.
Speaking of that, I am going to be on Ham Jazz's live stream tomorrow night talking about that.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Did you guys get an email from him today? Oh, maybe
he's got the bug.
Well, I made a contact with him, I guess.
What time is that stream there,
Mike.
Primate?
I think it is 6:30 Central.
Okay.
I have to check. I have no idea. I think that's about when it is.
Because he's on West Coast time, right? Because he's up in DC, I think.
It's north of me.
Well, he's playing in a big old hoopla. He's got UK Chris on there, Canada Mr. Muds, him, and he's an Australian in Canada, and then he even said he might have Hayden on.
Oh, international.
So if Chris is on there, shirts are optional or what?
If you have to go on there and represent America, and you show them how we measure in millers per bald eagle,
it's exactly what I'm going to do
instead of commimometers or whatever it is they measure in.
Commimometers, yeah. Like,
Donkey's
son,
got a 15-meter
4 seconds.
Tarp tenna.
Looks like Colin's going to win it. Nice.
Man, I thought his tarp tenna was actually pretty cool. I thought that was pretty swank.
Chris,
he's actually got a second one.
Please. Give me like 2 minutes.
He has a second tarp tenna out that does that he did for 20 meters.
All right, let's celebrate our winners here and our losers. We got Colin VK5 COL. He got a pair at the last minute. He was holding out on that second card the whole time, sandbagging y'all, acting like he didn't know what he was doing, but he was winning. He knew.
With 2 cards.
Grand total, 2 cards, both of them exactly what he wanted. He knows where the deck's at. And then Liberty Cave was trying really hard, and he beat out Balmer Mike with that jack.
2
and then Jim womp womp, pair of 8s. Gray Man, pair
Colin,
of 7s.
thank you for being a member. Appreciate it, brother.
There was 11s though.
Steven Cyphers, pair of 6s. Jason, Cyberman Jason, pair of 6s. Ham Radio Wilderness Frank, pair of 5s. And then it's all runts, fellers.
I just realized who Cyberman Jason is. All right, so I've known Jason from his call sign forever, but we did meet him when we were in Florida. He's that tall ass guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And he cleaned up pretty well, I thought, because that's just not what I pictured.
Andy, 1 card, Andy. I'm disappointed. Chris had to take a break and join the stream. That's why he only got 2 cards. I'll let it slide this time. Rounding out the bottom of the pack, K0OTC. Cootsy.
Tyler.
There
yeah, we know Tyler. I ain't seen you in a while, Tyler. I caught Tyler potaing in Minnesota once or twice.
Uh-oh. Contacts by band, 20 meters, most popular band. We had 18 contacts on FT8, 2 on FT4. I read that backwards. Don't math on stream, folks. We had some 15 meters, some 10 meters, some 40-meter action. Most people are running 11 to 50 watts. They're babying their transmitters. Jim's over here, 4 QSOs. He must be the only one running high power. And then we had 8 people, 8 contacts that were not specified. All right. And then, do we have any errors? VK4 GEO. The RST sent field was missing from the record or contained invalid data. You must have hit the space bar or something while trying to upload.
Randall.
Oh, no work bands.
Look at that. And I was telling people to use work bands.
Hey, guess who didn't get on the work band tonight? That's right.
All right.
Jody, thank you for being a member for 16 months. And Chris, specifically, he said you got a great thing, man. It's awesome.
Well, it's.
He said you had a good product. So. Let's be clear, Jim. Is a product.
Well, product is what happens when you multiply.
I didn't want to say product because that sounded kind of drug dealer like or something.
Yeah, but when you said, "Oh, you got a great thing,"
that did sound awful. That sounded kind of suspect too. Yeah, never mind. Chris, great product, man.
Awesome. Yeah, we're we've been refining it over time, and with your guys' help, and every time we do one of these, we learn a little bit more, and I try to make it better. So, and I expect that to continue.
Excellent.
All right. So one of the things I'm dropping in the chat right now, and it is in the description of the video if you refresh, is that we have another channel for this, and we're going to make sure that we get the taken care ofs for the people that need to be taken care ofs, and the server equipment and so forth. Your super chats on this show are going to pay for the hosting of this service, and then as soon as we get enough subscribers over there, we'll get over there and do these.
And I apologize. The sprint is not an hour. I'll fix that right now.
Whoa. It's past my bedtime, Chris.
And he's probably literally telling you the truth, Chris. That old man crashes early.
I do.
He does.
Trying to talk
So
to Steve
Jason-
after 7:30 at night is almost impossible. He's in bed.
Jason says, I started a minute before the start, so the log would be as close to the start. Is that bending the rules? Well, you'll have to find out if that card posts, if that contact posts. And if you go to frequencyfrenzy.live, you can click on your own name. Let me see if he actually got the contact yet. Nobody's made a contact yet.
I thought he just had 2.
I well, I see 4. Why am I not seeing them on the board? There we go.
Thank you,
Jody,
Jody.
thank you for the 10 Canucka standing in dollar super chat, brother. Appreciate it. The 10 loonies.
Okay. So Jason, was those 2 contacts any one of these 2 contacts? That contact you're talking about?
Well, look at the date, the timestamp on them. They're. I don't know when we officially started.
I don't know either.
Oh, Lord. Hurts.
Oh,
If it was after 8:29, which it was 8:29:08, it was counted,
Nice.
which is at 7:29 on yours because it's CDT.
I'd like to give a special plug to our good friend Frank, the Ham Wilderness Radio Ham. He's plugging the link for you so you can put it out there. And he just did a video on loops on the ground that's in my watch next queue. I haven't watched it yet. And I don't know if it's any good or not because I don't know if he knows what he's talking about when it comes to loops on the ground. But you might want to check it out. It could be the best thing ever.
And Frank is also somewhat helpful
Don, number 1 now.
in our streams as
Yes,
well.
he is.
But thank you, Frank.
Don
Frankster,
got
you
the
all right?
ace. What kind of power was Don running to get that ace? 15 meters, 10,593 kilometers, 5 watts.
Whoa.
To Japan.
Oh, man. Is he running the Hermes? That Hermes kills it on 5 watts.
Told you, low power DX is the way to go in this game.
With great distance.
So that means run 300 watts, Jim, and just report 5.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like he's on the flex.
Now, if you all want to cheat, that's on you.
Don
Your mother
says
must
he's
be
on
pretty
the
low
flex.
down if you're a dirty, stinking cheater like that.
No, that was on the flex. That was on the flex.
A long time ago, Jim had a sense of the BS detector, right? And so maybe we'll add that in and add a little poop emoji to the
Damn,
ones that
Iceman.
we.
I actually have 300 listed in there.
Is that neighbor still walking?
I don't need to
Well,
win
yeah.
this that bad.
Yeah. You go over here and
Iceman.
click on Jim. Click the cheater button.
Antenna cut by neighbor. So just watching tonight. Thank you for the 990 super chat. And I have to guard my lawn guy because he forgets every week where the wires are at.
Yeah, my long guy took out the radials on my Chronos.
Yep.
Yep, there's your daughter.
I had new ones
Got
out
to
real
remake
quick.
radials at least every 2 weeks.
I may have to get off. It may get noisy here.
I wasn't even mad about it. I just went out there, I was laughing,
much
and
fun?
he was all upset. I was like, "Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Dude, I've got a whole stack of radials made up right here that I can just clip right on because I knew sooner or later. As long as he didn't hit the coax, I could care less."
Right.
KD, they can't afford long guys. They're just that lazy that they,
That's right.
they
I
pay
don't
for it
have
to
a
be
long
done.
guy.
I ain't got time to be cutting gas or cutting grass.
So you've been
If
cutting
my
gas
long
the
guy
whole
cuts
stream.
mine, it's
I
my
do
fault.
cut gas. I cut a lot of gas.
But listen, I'm a YouTube internet personality, son.
Right.
Of course, I got a lawn guy.
We got people for this, man. I mean,
That noise. It's windy here.
Chuck, where are you guys camping at?
I am at Lawson's Landing. It's we're on a little bay here, I guess. Called something else. I forget what it was now.
Well, you made it sound really great.
Lawson's
Yeah.
Landing is really nice. It's not nothing fancy except you got the ocean right there, so that's nice.
What kind of weather you got, Chuck?
It's really windy. And we actually got just a little bit of sprinkles on the way over, but it was just for a few seconds.
Thank you, Interstellar
Taylor's
Starman.
turning
I
off.
think.
Taylor's turning off
Turn it
Ham
off as
alert.
ham alert. Yeah.
Because it's going wild right now.
Wow.
I've had to mute a
Richard
certain
saves on
ham.
coax.
Since we started testing the Chronos, there's a certain ham that I've had to take out of my ham alert because he won't stop.
What's the name of this class?
Damn, son, you ain't got no real life. All you do is FT8 all the time.
Who,
Well,
me?
at work.
I do it at work.
Like somebody else.
No, I do it at work. Ape's doing it
That's what I
at
said.
work, at home.
Right.
This place is also called Dillon's Beach.
Well, you could say
Really
that
help
again
you.
because it cut out.
Oh, good. Dillon's Beach. And then Mike, and she just slammed the door. So
Other Richard, you're probably right. There's no coax has been damaged here. The radials get replaced every 3 weeks, though.
3 coax cuttings have taken place here.
So I'll
no
tell you
shit.
what I would do. The first time,
Fire that
I'm not
yard
paying you
guy.
for cutting the grass. The second time, I'm not paying you for cutting the grass twice. The third time, I'm not paying you for cutting the grass 3 times. You see where this is going, son? You cut my radials 1 more time.
Right.
oh, actually,
Find me a
what
new
was the
lawnmower.
bill?
Well,
Oh,
that's why I buried
$15?
the
You billed me
coax on
$15
purpose.
for my wire.
Yeah.
Or
It,
20.
it costs like, $35 to get the grass cut.
Well, I had an inverted V
I
up,
wish.
and
Yeah, I don't know
it
why
came
it's
down
so
and was
cheap.
attached to something, and then I had a guy line running like almost straight out at like 4.5 feet high, and he went driving through on the driving mower. And he got garroted right on the neck. He said
Yeah.
almost took him off the riding mower.
Jeez.
Jim, it's so cheap to cut the grass here. I still pay the guy, even though I don't even have a yard anymore.
Right.
He's cutting the new owner's grass.
Down here, it's a cottage industry. All the firefighters in Montgomery Fire Department, apparently on their off days, all of them cut grass and paint because almost every guy that I've ever seen around here that cuts grass or paints works for Montgomery Fire Department. What do you do? I'm in the fire department. Son of a gun.
Shocker.
Is that a volunteer, though?
No, it's a paid department. They're
paid.
1 on 2 off, 24/48s. No, Montgomery's an ISO 1, Chuck, full paid.
Frank, the benefits of living in the middle of nowhere. Town population 700. They're all fighting to cut the grass.
And about 650 of them are related to each other.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I moved in. Easy pickings.
He was the only foreigner.
I'm the hit of the washroom.
What's our scoreboard look like there?
It looks like Steven Cypher's in first place with a pair of 9s. We saw this last match, fellas. Come on, get some new cards. Jason
Dang it,
Mary,
come on, baby. Daddy needs a 3. Daddy needs a 3.
double 8s. Jim
Here
Perry,
comes-
2
Here comes my
3s.
last card. Just updated.
Oh,
Triple tree,
Oh, look
triple
at
tree,
that.
triple tree. That's going to be hard to beat, fellas. I think Jim has found the right power and distance combination. How's he getting these cards? Oh, he's cheating. These are all low numbers. These are rookie numbers. Except for that one, 8Q7PR. So you know what I like?
I got
about this?
OK1 VAW, 8Q7PR. And
So what I like about this
Ireland.
over the last version we played is you don't have to like make a mad dash to make as many contacts as possible. You have a chance to be selective because during the amount of time of the sprint,
yes, that's very cool.
it's greater than the amount of cards you draw, and you only get 5 cards. So choose wisely, gentlemen. Choose wisely. Pamela, are you playing?
It's not just trying to get as many as you can, right? It's not
Right. Like the old FT8 off, which was pretty much speed.
yeah, throughput 1, right? How many contact, like a traditional contest? How many
Yeah.
contacts can I make
Yeah.
in a period of time? So
This is Chris. This is awesome, dude.
thanks, I appreciate that. And
Great
like
job.
I said, we're gonna keep cranking on it, man. And I want everybody to enjoy it. And
Up,
we'll keep it
hold
moving.
on. Chris, I hate to interrupt you, but Colin is up to his tricks again. Colin is being very selective. He's got 1 king, and he's waiting until he knows where that next king is, just like he did in the last hand. Colin, I got my eyes on you.
He needs 3 of them, though.
You can't trust him. He's an Aussie. I mean, them people, they're all criminals
Right.
down there, man.
That's
Well,
the thing
it's
about
good.
this, there is that random chance and probability. So it's not just, just pure power or pure distance or any of those things.
Right.
Well, I like the way that you stick it to the Canadians because it's based off of distance, not just being a DX entity, right?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not before in the previous game there was a lot of that where okay, you're in Canada, it's DX, so everybody's hoorah, right? But
yeah, and I got to tell you, when I do FT8, the Canadas are such an annoyance. The Canadians, I'm just like, come on, guys, already go eat your pancakes with the syrup on it or whatever it is you do. Leave me alone. Stop.
I think it also levels the playing field for everybody around the globe, right? Because if you're going to make a bunch of contacts, they're not all DX or whatnot. So it's actually all based on distance.
Yeah, like the French.
Right. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. Chris has an excellent, KD has an excellent comment, Chris, which I think is what
for a
Steve
draw
was gonna
version.
say.
Yeah. Maybe after it closes, you can draw. I was thinking maybe there can be like I forget what they called it. A little playoff or something at the end where I can push a button and everybody gets one more random card. So you don't need to actually make a contact. We can just have some fun with it. What would happen if we push this button?
Yeah, and again, one of the things I'd like to do is actually have folks sign up with their call sign so we can verify it's them, and then we could run things like tables or allow people to draw another card. I mean, if everybody has their own deck of cards, there's nothing to allow them to draw another one or even put cards back. The reason why I'm not doing that now is I think it makes it difficult in the sense of we don't really verify who anybody is. So, I don't want somebody screwing with somebody else. So it's just easier to say, let's do it this way. It keeps it fun and open to all. But I think ultimately, we will have some kind of sign up. And then who knows, maybe you can come play a frequency frenzy poker game with your friends on your own.
Scott, why are you hating so much?
Nice.
Like they were saying about Interstellar, we're talking about invading Canada. Like everybody's all talking about this border wall with Mexico. I'm of the opinion that we need a border wall with Canada. I mean, Mexico, they've got tacos and enchiladas, all the stuff I love.
Yep.
Canada, when we got beaver and poutine, you know what I mean?
Poutine. Gravy and cheese on French fries seems kind of
it's awesome. It's awesome. Jim, the cheese is deep fried. Let's just add that.
Okay, maybe. I still think tacos are better. Tacos are proof that God loves us.
Right.
I'm just doing it for views, John.
John, we love Canada. Just y'all
Strange Brew. Strange Brew is one of my favorite movies.
Right.
Hey, take off, you hoser.
I listened to those two knuckleheads in the 70s with Karuka, whatever their song was. That's it.
I just showed that to my wife like about a month and a half ago. She was like, what the hell is
I can't remember the name of that song, but yeah. Doc Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Late to the games, I'm going to bet $9.99 on the Cowboys for the win.
I think we got one more round after this, right?
I hope so.
Sure.
I want to win again.
Well, we
had a question from our buddy Rob, Digital Rancher.
Hey, Rob.
And he was asking, oh, somebody clicked on top of the comment I was clicking on.
Not me. I did not do that.
How many decks used based on number of players? Is this still one deck per?
One deck per player. One deck per player.
So you get your own deck, Rob. Don't even try to steal my cards.
So we can all have 4 aces.
And then James had a question about MFJ. Today we got the sad news that MFJ is closing up shop. They're going to stop selling new products, but they've got a large warehouse full of inventory they're going to continue to move, and they're going to continue to do repairs for as long as they feel capable and able and willing to do so.
I think I saw something that said Gigaparts would handle warranty services too.
Yes. Yep. Yes, that was in the official announcement that Gigaparts would handle warranty repairs. I'm waiting to see if there's a big sale, and I need to go spend some time on MFJ's website and find all the random stuff I don't need, but I'm going to buy anyway because it's cool.
I bet you there is not going to be a sale, because if I was somebody like Gigaparts, what I would do is I would be contacting them right now and saying, I'd take a bulk deal of almost everything that you got. So the thing about MFJ is that
here with this nonsense,
they keep prices down on things like antenna tuners and even antennas and stuff like that. So what I predict is you're going to see price increases across the board from all the other vendors because now they don't have a budget competitor out there.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying LDG, Palstar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ron,
All
I'm gonna
gonna
pass
go
the
up.
plate. I hope it dwells a little while in your lap. Then we'll have
Ron,
all the
we
funds we
actually-
need.
We talked about that before the show. We did. And Ape had $1.22, and I could come up with 2 whole bucks. And
I'm good for 4.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can skip lunch tomorrow and the day after.
yeah.
We got to go over the score because the hand is closed. This round is closed. Jim Perry, cheater emeritus.
Hell, I ain't cheating.
Three-
I told y'all I'm running 3 bills.
of a kind, and they're 3, and he's running 3 bills of power. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
with
but
that.
it says your QRP.
I am not QRP. I got 300 watts in there, son.
We got
So,
Liberty Cave coming in second, pair of 10s. Steven Cypress, pair of 9s. Jason Mary, pair of 8s. This seems like the last round. Kevin, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Gillot. Is it French?
Gillot.
Gillot. I'm just a Gillot. And I got
Christopher.
a pair of
Christopher.
5s. Christopher Anderson. Oh, it just moved. Why did it move, Chris?
In the
Pair of
next round
4s.
start?
Pair of 2. Well, no, it would have been spiraling. I'd be getting spinners if the next round started. Don, everybody's got runs after that. Don was on a roll there. King, Queen, Ace, 8-5.
Bless your heart.
Right? Who's the biggest loser? Darian Archer is the biggest loser. Darren Archer, I said that wrong. VK4 GEO coming in absolute last place with a single 6.
Wah,
Like rubbing
wah.
it in.
That's because of the Aussie filter. I mean, that's just terrible luck.
Right.
And
You have about
Tim-
18 seconds till the next round starts.
Copy.
Tim's running on 30. 30's a work band, son. Stay off the work bands during a contest. Y'all know the rules, especially with that
Work
extra
not,
call,
lest ye
Tim.
be- Lest ye be worked
Right?
or forked.
KO4 WSW. I'll let it slide this time. Tim knows better. Oh, we're up. Waiting for the next round to start. Should there be awards for highest power? There is.
That's something I thought about adding in, is if we could add some kind of award, almost like the rules. So based upon a
Yeah.
sprint, we could issue fake awards, I guess, right?
Right. PDFs, hand paper.
I'm covered up.
Doc, thank
Doc
you
Brown,
for the
Thank you.
another $1.99 super chat. Ape is we're gonna have to design a tuner, Ape, is what I'm
Right.
hearing.
We're going to have to do it.
So I don't know if you see my screen here, Chris. We just got a contact in from a station, but I do not have it listed.
I have it listed as done on mine. So refresh or just wait until another contact comes in.
Well, we'll wait till another call. We'll debug it live, folks.
Yeah.
So I got an update here for 45 Auto. He's saying I was hoping for a sale so I could order the correct manual tuner this time.
Nice.
So what I did is I went back and I did some investigative work and I ordered the E and I got the F. I got F'd. And so what I did is I contacted them and I said, look, I got the F and I was supposed to get the E. And I ordered and paid for an E and y'all sent the F. And so what they were like, well, what we can do is we can send you an E. And then when you get it, send back the F. If you want to keep them both,
3
you know,
contacts.
obviously I can, but I'd have to pay for both of them. So given the news today, I'm probably just going to keep both of them. To be honest,
I was going to tell you, I would probably buy
Yeah.
the F
Dolphin
one from
value.
you.
Don't open that box, Ape. When
All
it
right, we'll
comes in,
figure-
don't open it.
That's right.
Go ahead and refresh, Steve.
Or trade you an LDG tuner for one of those MFJ tuners.
Yeah, we'll figure something
There
out.
they are.
We can work a deal.
It is
I
refreshing.
might buy the kit too. Might
Because
buy
it
the kit
stopped
too.
with the
'cause-
spinners
Ooh.
and started showing me the
Yes.
contacts had been made, but it didn't show me the contacts themselves. And this is Firefox.
Gotcha. If we weren't live, I'd ask for some more information, but maybe some other time.
Okay.
All right. I've answered you 3 times and you're not talking to me, so I'm moving on.
I hear somebody's tuner spinning.
See, there you go, Ken. That is absolutely correct. Martin does deserve a good retirement.
I didn't realize he's 80 years old.
80 years old. And MFJ's been in business for 50 years.
Brother probably wants to go to the house.
Yeah.
I'm not 80 and I'm ready to go to the house.
Honestly, he said that COVID's what done him in from a business standpoint. So I think that the government should bail him out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
because he was a productive member of society, unlike many people that got. Never mind.
Jim, I just went a little blue. You went all blue.
Has somebody got
What
a
is that?
fire detector or something going
What's
on
that
over there?
ping going on?
I heard a chirp, a cheep.
Just one ping.
Right.
Right,
One
one
thing
ping
only, Vasily. Which gives this American a wide berth.
We got 2 people with 2 cards. There are 3 people with 2 cards already. Queen's high, folks. Somebody using too much power, activating the smoke alarm.
That's what it sounded like.
Chuck hasn't replaced the battery in his smoke detector since Quartzsite.
It wasn't me, man. I was muted.
Likely story, Chuck.
I had a lot of little. You guys see the little guys? They want to go back and see themselves on YouTube now. Grandma says you have to rewatch it. So there's another view for us.
Yeah, it's me lighting up the fireplace behind me.
So Simon is watching right now. He just told me, and we're talking about the stream tomorrow night. So again, for folks who join late, I'm going to be on Ham Jazz Simon's channel tomorrow night.
Nice.
Not exactly sure what we're going to be doing, but it sounds like fun anyway.
I bet you're going to be doing something crazy with something that's not supposed to be an antenna.
Tomorrow night, Simon is going to make a sausage, a bangers and mash antenna.
I bet a sausage could tune.
You put enough power through it, it'll transmit.
If you put a power through it, you got lunch. What are you talking about?
That's right. Well, see, it's multi-purpose.
Right. How many contacts can I make before lunch? Can I get this park activated before I get hungry?
Before I overcook my sausage.
Who's in the lead? I can't read it.
Woohoo! Good day, mate. Ha ha ha! Another lamb chop on the barbie, mate. I sound just like him, don't I? Not loud enough.
You're not loud enough.
Right.
Simon, I'll be right over, son. Lamb chop on the Barbie. Sign me up for that.
Frank is on point, dropping the link to Simon's channel. Go ahead and subscribe and click the notification button so you can join in the fun tomorrow night.
All right. Liberty Cave, 7 and a 5. Come on, you got 3 more cards to make yourself a good hand, son. Yeah, Josh does try to cook hot dogs with an antenna.
What is that?
That is at Steve's. That you hear that echo? That's in a big room.
No, I hear it in my ears. I don't hear it in my room.
Well, where else would you hear it?
Well, no, I mean I hear it in my monitor. So.
Sorry.
Looks like we got the peanut gallery going on over here too.
That's Mrs. Thompson. You be respectful.
Oh, I take it back. I take it back.
She's in charge of keeping Chuck from getting lost next week or next month.
You know, the easy thing about no one is not me is there ain't no smoke detectors in this building.
Oh,
no
that's
code.
right.
No code there.
No
Are you
code
kidding me?
TO.
I don't even have a roof, son. Look at that.
Right there.
Battery's probably out of mine.
Yeah. Probably long dead.
They
Jason
put them
Wright.
in trailers and motorhomes, and there's like
People answering the QSO and then answering the CQ and then don't finish the QSO. They just keep. What are you doing, you crackhead?
Jim, Chuck was talking.
I thought he was talking to
That was
Kathy.
He was talking to you.
I'm sorry. We know how to
Look,
find
he's
Chuck
counting.
anyway. We're going to go to the solar panel guy.
Yeah.
Kathy knows I'm right.
Yep.
Go find the solar power booth. That's where Charles will be.
And I still don't agree with him.
Ken, this used to be an eye doctor's
I'm
office.
just gonna get in a fight with him.
Ooh, Charles.
I'm just gonna walk up and say, "Talk to the ham," because I'm out of here.
David's getting his
I'm
6th
walking away.
COVID jab. Sorry, David.
Yeah, it's terrible, Katie. I think we all hope that. We had heard a little bit about it when we were down in Florida at Hamcation, and it just sucks.
I heard that he was trying to sell the company is what I thought, and they couldn't really come to any arrangements. Couldn't come to an agreement with anybody.
May 7th or May 17th? What's the last day?
17th.
17th.
I got to get on MFJ's website tonight and terrorize my savings account.
Something's
I
wrong
think
with that
though-
Jack.
I think, Tio, that it was a
It's coming in.
soft date, right? Like that date could shift a little
It's
bit
weird.
depending on.
Yeah.
They had an L match tuner instead of like a T network we were talking about the other day. That was like $89 or something like that. I had my
Nice.
eye on. I want to go back and check that thing out.
How much power was that rated for?
I can't remember.
Was it was a hundo or?
It was at least a hundo.
Do you see Papa?
Look at right there's you.
Is that you?
Everybody
Wait,
wave
wait.
at whichever kid Jake has
Hi.
up.
Hi.
Wait. Say hi. Take your pass.
Hi. Hi.
Say hi.
Say hi. She talks pretty good when she wants to.
Are you being shy?
Jim just covered you up. Look at that.
Jim did not
Yep.
do anything.
No, it was me. What's the difference between the E and the F model? I don't think we know.
Charles.
I think the E stops at 10 meters and the F goes up to 6 meters. And I think the E might be rated for a little bit more power. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, now you need to get the D model so you can be completely effed,
Right. Watch them give me the D.
right?
I want to get that kit. I'm glad you mentioned that because we had talked about that the
Dude,
other
bro,
day. and
Are
keep
you
that
didn't
on
buy
the
that yet?
down low. They're going to be sold out by the time I get the chance to order.
Can't do like Jim does. Order it on stream.
I should.
Speaking of that, you know what? Chip chop.
He's doing it right now. Look at that quantity -1. Are you talking about the antenna tuner kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here.
I wonder if that inductor coil inside comes already built, or you have to like build that
It does.
connector and tap it. Oh,
It's
good.
tapped. Is that
Oh,
the
snap.
same
Here's
one
the-
you have, Ape?
The kit is the F, isn't it? It's the FK. Is that right?
I think so. I haven't found it yet. I was looking at their clearance stuff.
It's either the EK or the FK.
FT4 is being accepted, Jason. Yeah, we'll see them down here. Let me get to the bottom. Look at this. All these ones in green here. I'm not even sharing my screen. It's not me.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
It's not me.
It's the 941 EK. So
There
it's
we
not.
Okay.
Mine's the 949 F, and I have the 949 E on the way.
EK 20995 tuner, 300 wattages with cross meter.
I love that cross meter because if you look at it from the right, it looks like you're saving your radio with low power. You look at it from the left, it looks like you're just burning high power into the atmosphere.
Right. The 941E is only $20 more, and you don't have to put it together.
What's your time worth, Ape? Certainly worth $20.
Well, there's two different ones. You said the 949E and the 941 EK. So they're different. They're
I
different.
I just pulled up the 941 EK. Let me see. 949 EK.
I think it would be fun to build, especially knowing that the inductor is already tapped, because that was the
Same
part I was worried
price.
about. Building that inductor and then tapping it.
Yeah, I think the building it's kind of fun.
It just looked like it'd be a pain.
Well, I'm
Right,
sure.
the hand is over. If you had to do that by yourself, it'd be a pain. That's human labor that's doing that though. Andy won pair of jacks.
Congratulations, Andy.
Uncle Andy with Uncle Jay and Uncle Jay.
So I
Nice.
got shafted on that deal, man, because I kept getting people who would answer and then not go any farther.
Yeah.
It was like that
All right,
date
we
with the
got-
prom queen in high school.
She never called back.
Jim, if you
what-
don't have
that-
the skills to close
Nope.
the deal, son.
That queen's name was Larry. Is that right?
Right. We got Chris on the stream coming in second place with a pair of sixes. Doesn't take much to win this, except Jim couldn't bring it this time with a pair of fours.
Nope.
Damn.
Paul.
Andy just
That's
told you
heavy.
to stay in your lane.
I think
Right.
he just told me to get my shine box.
Get your shine box. That's right. We got a bunch of aces, but not a pair of aces. Charles Schultz. Queen Jack 10. He was on a mission. He was getting there. What happened to Colin? Oh, we had 3 rounds of players this time. 3 pages of players.
Ape, the F goes to 6 meters. The E does not.
Yeah, but most of the documentation
There
for
he
the
is.
F references the E.
Okay.
So
They also have that same tuner in a 2 meter, 70 centimeter version.
do they?
Well, see, and here's the 948, which goes to 6 meters. And it's manual. It's almost identical functionality.
Identical.
It's
Coming
$20
in-
cheaper than the 949. It's the 948, 300 watts.
Coming
Has it
in
got the
back of the
cross
pack,
needle?
he gets
Yeah.
the PDF of shame, the ham paper of shame. We can print that out on Cottonelle, or we can print it out on Northern, or if you're really a big boy, we can print it out on Brawny.
Car Form 1.
It is red pilled.
Yes, this is Poker by Radio. Get your license, son. Make it happen.
There's no dummy load built into this one, into the 948.
Yeah, you went to dummy load. Hacks, it is a separate deck for each player.
If you use more than 52 cards, you're cheating. That's what happens.
That's where you get strung up.
All right. Well, this has been FT8 Poker. What y'all think about this?
It was awesome.
That was great.
I like the new scoreboard changes. That's fun.
Yeah, keep making changes, and we'll keep improving things. I saw a lot less issues this time. I know you had one there, Steve. We'll look into that and get that fixed. But we'll keep turning the crank, making the sausage.
Right. So we got to play the bingo match. How's the bingo work?
Well, I'm going to punt on that one for a little bit. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay. And if you have another one in there called,
These other changes to the scoreboard have diverted my attention for a little while. But
the other one is sprint. It's just raw contacts.
yeah,
How many
raw
contacts can you get?
contacts like a traditional contest. We can design our own rules, right? You guys
Right.
have seen a little sneak peek of what the rule engine looks like, and I have some other updates in my head that have to get written in code to improve upon that even more, because the majority of my time has been spent in the front end, kind of on the scoreboard side. But now that we're kind of buttoning that up, and I see a lot of issues kind of starting to resolve, we'll start expanding the other capabilities of the system.
Yeah.
Moving from there. So.
Liberty, no round 4. We don't have the time for a round 4. Chris, is this is programmed in Ruby? Looks
No,
like?
no. The front end is all SPA, written in React.
Okay.
All TypeScript, and the back end is all custom code written in ASP.NET Core, .NET 8. So the back
So no
end,
Turbo Pascal in this.
no Turbo
No.
Pascal.
Oh my God.
I've been developing software for a long time, probably longer than I care to admit. So
Right. These,
We're also
these
down
buttons
with it,
down
man.
here at the bottom make me think of Ruby. That's why I thought of that.
no, I just kind of, I'm not a UI UX person, to be 100% honest with everybody, but I do my best. And I just said, hey, instead of trying to do my own, I'll just take from stuff that was readily available.
Right.
So that's kind of what we use for now, but it's all flexible and could be reworked in the future. We'll see what happens, but let's keep playing and let's keep having fun and keep building interest around it. And that'll kind of dictate a lot of things, I'm sure. So
Right. What kind of radio are you on tonight, Chris?
I'm on a Flex 6600.
Nice.
My man.
Look at that. No game playing over there.
Go.
Hacks with Axe is asking for car buzzword bingo cards. We did that about 3 years ago, I guess it was. We had
That's been a minute.
Moxon was on the list, Firefighter was on the list, Dingus was on the list. It's been a while.
Yep.
Fellers, it's been great. I'm hitting the button. Thank you all for being
Thanks,
amazing
everybody.
poker
Thanks,
players.
everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Boom.
73.
Good
Bye,
night,
Mr.
Kathy.
Thompson.